Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fiber Friends podcast. It's Sunday night. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool.
Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl from My Needle Crafts. How's everybody doing on this lovely Sunday evening?
Oh, it is a summery Sunday evening. It's beautiful. It's been a great weekend. We had a knitting show this past
See
week.
who's here. Oh, were we somebody was froze maybe? Oh, it might be me. It just come up and said my internet was unstable.
Yeah, it just Alice and Sally, Liz and Nikki. Hello, ladies. It's Sunday. Oh my gosh. I feel like I never know what day it is. Jocelyn and I had to switch our Friday. I think we did Sunday because she was at a Fibre Festival the weekend before, and now it's Sunday for us, not Saturday morning. So, how was Kitchener for you? So, for you guys who don't know, we had one of our local big fiber shows on Saturday. And yeah, I would say it is the original Fiber Festival for us. Like many years ago.
Yeah, I think the only one older maybe is was the Frolic.
Okay.
Because I know Kitchener is like we must be hitting 30 years or close to it
Oh, really? Yeah. And I was gonna
for
say
Kitchener.
probably the first time I went is probably 15 years ago, at least, maybe a little longer than that.
Well, my second year was the 25th anniversary. I can tell you. Hold on.
Okay. Because see,
Not
I
that it's that
remember
important.
if I think way back, I took a knitting group that I was running through my job, and we went, and it was a different location. It was at I think it was at Bingham
It
Park.
started at Bingham and Park. So
Yeah,
2017 was the 25th year.
and that was the first time you were there. See,
No,
I
my
remember.
second time.
Oh, your second time. Okay. Because I remember you being there and being in like the little micro market when they were doing renovations.
So yeah, I had done the micro market the first year I went, and I was
Okay.
over in the Kiwanis where they always have it.
Uh-huh.
And then year number two, they were doing renovations over there. So they had us all in the upstairs of the Kinsman Arena.
Yeah.
That was the year I got my bag. That was the 25th year. So that was in 17.
Okay. And that was the year that the Fiber Friends, we had a booth there, we in the micro market. Caroline, Adrian, and I, because we had just started podcasting and we had done our kits, the pattern, the bag, and the yarn.
Yep. So that was 2017. So
Wow.
that means that it's 32 years old now. Because that was 7 years ago, was it not? 17. It's the 20, it's the
Wow,
2024. So 7 years ago. So I've been doing Kitchener for 8 years.
that's
That means
crazy.
I've been doing Woolstock for 9.
Oh,
This will be my
time flies.
ninth year at Woolstock.
Okay, so Kitchener, so today is Eric's birthday, you guys. So and
Yeah.
he is 32 today.
Yeah.
Same age as Kitchener. There you go.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to remember that forever.
There you go. I
No,
know
that's a long time.
my oldest turns 31 this year.
Mm. So I wonder what they have kind of in their archives back like 32 years ago, what that very first show was like,
Yeah.
how big it was. I wonder if they would ever have seen it getting to be the size that it is, because I'm sure they didn't start out. Well, they went like Binghamton's, it was just one room then. And yeah, I went there a few times shopping. Anyways, good memories.
The dog come up the stairs and he stops and he just looks at me and then decides whether he's going to bark at Christopher or not.
Oh, hey, Jocelyn.
Oh,
Okay, so you guys, so Jocelyn, I do have, I saw Diana in the fashion show yesterday, just by chance. If I had been like 30 seconds later, I would have missed her modeling with your bag, Cheryl.
Yeah, that's so funny that she had my bag.
Yeah, isn't that funny? So when I got
Mhm.
there, I had no idea what time the fashion show was, and I guess the fashion show was started at 11,
Yeah.
and I got there quarter to 11, 20 to 11, something, because I thought I'm just gonna wait and not get there right at the beginning because it's always lined up to get in. And I thought I'm just gonna miss the rush, right? I'm just like, whatever. I'll just go a little bit later. Well, when you know what, I got there and there was still a line up all the way across the building.
So
So,
the lineup apparently lasted till about 1 o'clock.
wow,
It
really?
was just really slow, like them getting through.
People through. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I luckily when I went in, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember like Kinsman and Kiwanis. Like you could tell me like a million times, and they're both K names. I'm like not gonna remember which one, right? So I was like, I got in and, down to where the entrance was. I'm like, okay, do I go left or do I go right? Which building do I go in first? And whatever one I picked, as soon as I went in, I could hear over the loudspeaker. I could hear like somebody talking on microphone. And I'm like, is that the fashion show already? Or is that because sometimes in the past they've had a speaker come in and talk. And I thought, okay, is this the talk? And I guess kind of followed the sound, right? And I got back to the corner. And just as I walked up to where the fashion show was, I heard the lady saying, and here we have Diana. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Diana. I'm like, where's my phone? I'm supposed to like get a picture of her. And then the lady's saying, and she's wearing, it was a cow, I think it was a cowl or a wrap, this beautiful, I think it was cowl, Leo and Roxy by this cowl from Leo and Roxy. And she was holding this bag from my needle crafts. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are the odds of her modeling two items from people that we all
But you
know,
know.
right?
Yeah.
So it was so anyway, so then I saw then she modeled I think I saw her twice more. So I don't know, I maybe missed the first item that she did, but
Yeah.
um so yeah, I have a couple and I have a little video. So I haven't posted those yet. So maybe I'll post those tomorrow.
That's kind
So
of
anyways,
cool.
she did such a great job and it looks like what a great way to see some different items, like showcase some different designs that you may not see when you're walking through, going booth to booth to booth. There's a lot of people. It's like it's just a little sometimes it's like sensory overload. So when you're in the fashion show, you get one-on-one direct attention to a project. And there is some pretty interesting things there.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, I was really surprised to see your bag. I was not expecting your bag to be in the
Well,
show.
it's funny because I've never put anything in the fashion show. I've thought about it, but then so I'm not a writer at all. So, even writing descriptions for things online, like for my products and whatever, I have a hard time writing them. I never know what to say. So,
Mhm.
anyways, the girls, they come by to collect stuff and they come through, and I'm like, no, I don't have anything. And they kept going. And then later on, like a little while later, these other ladies come by and they were looking at my bags, and they
Yeah.
were obviously either volunteers or something for the fair. And the one lady says, "You don't have anything in the fashion show?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't write anything up." She goes, "You have to put these in the fashion show." She's like, "Here, just write. I have a paper right here. Just write something up quick. Just describe it." I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't even know what to write." Like, and especially when you're under pressure and then it's like, pressure, pressure,
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
Ah, what do I write? Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wrote something quick and they're just like, yeah, yeah, that sounds good. So anyway, they took off, they went with my bag, and I'm
Well,
like, okay, if I have to.
well, why not? Yeah, you've got like literally a captive audience there to see it. That's good because I know the one time, like I popped back to your booth a few times, and like most of the time when I was there, like you had a crowd of people there looking at the bags. So,
Yeah, they went over very, very well. I was
mm.
I was extremely happy. So now I have to get them. Really? Why? Gilly's like, nobody's paying attention to me. So he picked my slipper off and just ran into the other room with it. I'm
Well,
like, thank
see, yeah.
you. So, anyways, yeah, no, I gotta try and get them online for other people that are waiting. I already have one lady emailing me from or messaging me that was at the fair, and I don't know if she just missed out or, she thought about it. So now she wants one of my tote bags and
Nice.
something else. And
Well, that's
yeah,
good. Well, I know because sometimes, like, I don't know about you, but like, I don't know, I'm not very good spur of the moment. Like, I like to think about things. I like to see something and then go walk around and think about it, sit down, have lunch, and then, like, all the thing. I mean, unless it's something, I don't know. Okay. Sometimes I buy spur of the moment for sure.
I'm a little more the opposite. I tend to sometimes see things and just get them and then think later I really didn't need that. But
Yeah. And sometimes I think to overthink too much and I should just be like, if you want it, buy it.
yeah.
But
So I guess the big question after that is, did you get anything yesterday?
I got one thing.
Oh, good. Show.
Only
I gotta
one.
get mine because I left it in the other room.
Okay. So I was looking for some sock yarn and I went there thinking minis because when I went to Knit City, Toronto, I was kind of focusing on getting some solid minis and just kind of building up a stash of those to have some different colors. And then so I was kind of looking for either minis or I was looking for DK sock yarn. And DK sock yarn, um, I asked at a couple booths and they didn't have. I mean, DK sock yarn is always a little
Oh,
harder.
I love her yarn. Sorry.
I know.
I
So
love her yarn.
it is lovely. And I was just, hold on, let me see. Oh, if it tells, I was gonna say, I don't even know her name. So this was stuck in with the purchase.
Hoko Hoko or Hoko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hoko Fibre Co.
Yeah.
Um, See, and I love this. Oh, Elizabeth, that's her name. So on the back of her little postcard here, and I like
Okay.
it because like it's they're such a lovely family. She is lovely. Her husband was there. They have a 4-month-old baby. The baby was there. Oh my gosh. And so you just know, right? That you're supporting local, well, not lo well, they are local to us. They're in St. Thomas, but it's a family business. And
Yeah.
so it just says, thank you for shopping with us. Your enthusiasm and support means the world to our small business. If you have any questions or suggestions, please reach
She's
out.
here.
We're always happy to hear from you. Yeah, tag us in your latest fiber projects. So yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah, I saw her at Erin. She vended at Erin and I stopped, talked to her for quite a bit and oogled over her yarn. I just really like her nice, clean, colors, like just the nice like what you have there, the light
Mhm.
speckle, like, a little bit goes a long way, right? Like I just
it
love it.
it does. And she had a sock knit up with this,
And
which
she has solids that kind of coordinate and yeah,
yes, I really like her yarn. The first time I saw her yarn was last year at Woolstock,
yeah,
and I bought two skeins because I don't know, I think one was a mohair because I was gonna do a something something holding two strands together, which of course I never did, and I have not come across that yarn yet since I've been organizing. So I don't know where I stashed it, but it's summer.
it's
That'll be
summer.
like, yeah, it'll be fun to find it again. But this year I'm gonna cast this on right shortly because I just love this. It is not something I would normally get at all, but
It's pretty, pretty,
it
pretty,
is it
pretty.
is really pretty and it knit up so nice. And it came with um a mini as well. So red. So
Nice.
I don't think I will use this with the sock at all. I think yes, there is little red speckles in it, but I'm thinking that this would be like a good Christmas.
Is that the only color mini she had with them?
I think so. I didn't see any minis at all. They must, I think they were under the table and she just grabbed one and she said, here, it comes with a mini.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and red is not like would not be my first choice, but of course it is for Christmas. So I thought this would make either a cute little mini um stocking or a little hat or a Christmas ball or something. So it'll be a Christmas decoration, which will be really fun.
Mhm.
So that was all I got. I did a lot of looking and stopped and chatted, and there was some different vendors there this year, which was really exciting. Did you have a chance to go around before the show opened?
Not before. I did near the end of the show. I kind of ran out a few times and left mom in charge and took my phone. So she needed me. She could just call and I could come back. So
Perfect.
um yeah, so I went around and I, kind of mostly my mission was just to go find some people that I knew, other vendors, and say hi, like Candace from She Can Sew Make That, or I think that's, is that what it is? I Can
Yes,
Sew Make That.
I can so make that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And she had bags, right?
yes, yeah,
Yes, yes,
she
I
does
saw.
bags too. So I I know her through Diane from Mullen Silk. We
Mhm.
went to Stitch North together and whatnot. So she's also a cross stitcher. And anyway, um, yeah, it was nice. Couple, both 2 year, the 2 years in a row we both have been there. So, and we've got to be friends. So,
Mhm.
and I also went looking. Well, I was going to stop and say hi to Anne at the Thoughtful Artisan, but every time I went to, I actually just would run into her, passing by. So I got to talk to her briefly.
Good.
And Debbie from the Loving Path, I chatted with her a little bit. And anyway, at the end, I went for a little tour and I knew I wanted to go over to, oh, now I can't remember what their name is. They have all the safety eyes. They were kind of in the row, like she was almost right across from the Loving Path, the row behind me and
Hmm.
up farther.
Person Debbie. I can't remember who.
Like I
Oh,
could see Debbie if I looked out my booth towards
mm-hmm.
where
I know.
Sticks and Stones.
Yeah, I talked to Debbie and Fred, and but I
Yeah,
can't
so right
really
across
remember.
from her was
Was it a
the,
girl that was she was spinning?
no, all they had was eyes.
Okay.
That's all they sell. Anyway,
Oh, I did
I
not.
got I got 4 sets of safety eyes. Can you see
Yeah.
this at all?
Yeah, yeah.
Guess what they're for?
Uh, Emotional support chickens.
Oh yeah. So 2 sets of gold.
Okay.
I know I went over, I said, I need eyes for chickens. And I said, I bet you that's not the first time you've heard that question today, is it? She
Probably,
laughed. She's like, no.
probably what everybody was going there looking for.
I'm like, yep, I'm gonna knit them out of worsted, so I need eyes. And this was the other color that I got.
Oh, those are fun.
So these are like, oh, you can't even see that either. These are very glittery as well, but of course, the plastic bag is not helping.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see the light
Yeah,
blue.
but they're blue glitter. I love them. They're like a tealy blue. Anyway, that's my I bought those. And then the booth that was right behind me, like on the other side of the curtain, I have no
Yeah.
idea. I'm sure I got a, I have a receipt on my phone. I can tell you who it was.
Who it was.
Yeah, it's not bad. Unwind Yarn House.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I was,
Um, where are they from? They are from Newmarket. They had a booth right behind me. They had all kinds of stuff. They had some of your is it Delicue, the bags?
yes, they
They
had
had a
some.
few the backpacks.
Yeah.
They had all of the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas yarns. Anyway, this is this year's color.
Oh, I looked at
It is your colors, Louise.
all, what is that? Is that Nutcracker or I looked
Yuletide.
at
It's
Yuletide.
Yuletide. This is the new one for this year. So it's
Okay.
like that kind of evergreen kind of green, and then it's got gold, and then like a rusty orangey
Yeah,
red. It's more orange than red.
that's pretty. I know. I looked at all of them. I looked at the candy cane. I had the candy cane in my hands. I
Look at the
almost
sparkle.
got it. Um,
Anyways, and then free. That's what it knits up like.
oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Ooh, now that I've seen it knit up.
I know. So they gave
See,
me
I
the book
think,
for free and it's got a sock pattern in it.
ooh, yeah, see, if I had known that, that might
Yeah.
have, yeah, if I'd seen it knit up,
Yeah, Noel knitted socks. And there's like one, two, three, four sizes.
nice.
And there's like a left sock and a right sock. So I don't know what's different about them.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
that is super fun. Shirley, you're coming to Ontario? Oh my goodness. For
Okay, I had to ask something because I heard or saw a conversation or something that, oh, is it Woolstock you guys are coming to? You and Marianne and Dawn are all coming together to Woolstock. Is that what it is?
must be.
Maybe because I caught the tail end of a conversation somewhere and then missed it. I don't know if it was maybe, oh, I know what it was. It was in the chat on Monday night when I was watching Noelle and Kelly,
Mm,
and Shirley had said something about, oh, we'll be getting in trouble or something like that. And I'm like, where are you going? So I was thinking maybe they were coming this weekend. And I'm like, oh, so I was so excited to maybe see you. Yeah, we'll stock. That's awesome. I can't wait to
nice.
see you guys.
30
Um,
days, a month. Oh,
yeah,
not for long at all.
yeah. I thought that was kind of exciting, but wasn't yesterday, but it'll be in 5 weeks from now
Yes.
because that's how long I have to get ready for the next show.
So now you have to, like, did you take today? Oh, you guys, hold on. I just realized I'm not charging and my computer's gonna die. Hold
You better
on.
get plugged in quick.
I know, or else we'll be, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me go fix this.
What were you going to ask me?
I was going to say, did you take a break today?
I did. I went to Costco.
Oh,
You call
okay.
that a break?
So now you have to like sew like crazy for 5 weeks.
Well, I kind of slept in a little bit and then I got up and kind of had a lazy morning. And then my youngest daughter and I went for a little, you know, spend some time with your mom since you're going to college now. Trip to Costco. She hates going to Costco, but she went with me because I gave her a little bit of I made her feel bad. I'm like, oh, we can have some nice quality time together for a couple hours. It won't be that bad. So, anyway, we went shopping. That was fine. And she's left and gone back to school now. Anyways, yeah, so I am going to I got a bunch of stuff I got to catch up on this week. Like I have some bookkeeping I got to get done because I'm a little behind on my HST. You know how it is. And then yeah, I have a few orders to fill and I have some messages to answer from yesterday. And then next week I'm going to go camping for 3 nights. So other than that, in the next 5 weeks, I will be sewing like a crazy person again. Because my bucket bags were a really good hit. So I need to replenish. So I'm guessing Louise had to go all the way downstairs to get her charging cord. So I'm at a loss of words now. Anybody want to see oh, she's back.
Back.
It's like, oh crap, she had to go downstairs. Now I'm done talking. I don't know what to say.
You well, okay, so yeah, so your bucket bags. What was the most popular color?
I really don't have any idea.
Okay.
I sold 14 out of the 16 buckets. I came home with a navy one and a gold one, believe it or not. I don't know.
Interesting. My two
Yeah,
favorites. My two
yeah.
favorites.
It's like you just don't even know. And then the tote bags, I only sold 3 out of the 9 I took. I had 2 of one color because that was my prototype to figure out which way I liked better, which style. And the very first one that sold was the gold. Somebody walked by and saw the gold one and come right over and she goes, mine.
Look at that. So
So it
yes.
was kind of funny. Anyways.
Huh.
Oh, thanks, Shirley. Um, yeah, so yeah, you don't even know, right?
Yeah.
But somebody asked me, oh, Nita says I was with a friend of mine yesterday who vended at Erin and she was saying her booth was near yours and your bags are gorgeous. Thank you, Nita. Who was your friend that vended near me? I'm very curious. I'm very curious. I wonder what her thoughts were on Erin too. I'm probably not going back next year, so kind of
Hmm.
already decided. I think there's a few people not going back. Um, what else? Oh, that was it. Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Jocelyn said that Diana loved the cowl and bag so much she bought the kit for one in a bag and cast it on that night. Yeah, she was pretty excited.
I, yeah, I
She
saw
actually
that.
came, I was telling Louise, she came into my booth and I don't know Diana. So she she came into the booth and she was talking to me and I don't know, we were chit-chatting and she handed me the card and she goes, "Oh, I do a podcast. I just thought I'd share." And I looked at it and I'm like, "Oh, you're Diana." I said, I heard you had my bag um in the fashion show. And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I just loved it. I come back to look." So well, there's not a whole lot left, but she did get one. And she was pretty excited about it. So
Oh, see?
it was kind of fun. Oh, Shirley, what makes me decide not to go back? It's just not it was the second year this year and there's just not enough people attending. Like, I don't know if it's not well enough advertised. I don't know what the issue is or whatnot. I just feel like it could be, there are certain things could be better with the organization and stuff of it. Um, yeah, the attendance was very low. I had hoped it would be better than the year before, but I think honestly the attendance was even less than the first year.
Hmm.
No, I didn't do too badly. Oh, she had the okay.
How's her
Yeah, I think
name?
she was right
Laura.
across with me. She had all the little bowls with the different fibers and stuff, I think. She was there
And
all by herself.
Angora. Does she go to Woolstock, Nita? You guys, please somebody intervene here. Thursday, Carol, I think I saw Carol in the chat. We were at knitting club together and I was going through some bags and I came across some little balls of Angora yarn and it's so soft, which then made me think about Woolstock having Angora bunnies. And then I'm like,
You are not
maybe.
allowed to have any bunnies. You
I
have no room. You have a cat.
see, this is what I need, a voice of reason to stop me because every once in a while I get so tempted thinking, why not? I could have two Angora bunnies here. I could.
Oh
Why don't
yeah,
I have
Diane.
Angora? I know. So,
Yeah, Nita, it was very hot and they could have had the doors open. And I think a lot of people were complaining. There's just, a lot of small things.
Hmm.
There were some people out in the barn and it was not, if I had paid and was in the barn, I would have been very, very upset. So it was, it would have been better to be outside with a little pop-up tent out on the lawn than in that barn. It was like literally a barn with shavings all over the floor and manure and earwigs everywhere. And they had to move, the stalls that you disassemble, the big heavy pieces like a fencing that make different stalls or pens.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
laying all over the floor. They had to move them.
Oh
I heard it
dear.
was really bad. Anyways, I
So
don't really want to go on too much about it on here, but
maybe it's just, yeah, the people, you said it's the second year for the show. Maybe it's just a bit of a learning curve for whoever's
well, I'm sure, yeah, for
putting
sure.
it
I
on.
mean, there were improvements in certain areas, but I don't know if it's just not well enough supported in the area or what. But I mean, it's quite a ways to go to, like for me financially, it's just not worth it for my
Yeah,
business. So yeah, bunnies are a ton of work and you have to brush them every day. There you go. Thanks,
I know.
Mary. You tell her.
That's right. I know they do.
There. You,
And I know they're not, I mean, I've raised rabbits before. Growing up, we had quite a
yeah.
few, not Angora.
Not Angora though. They have to be brushed every day.
I know. Yeah. And I think that's maybe, and I know they chew. That's why, yeah, I know. I see this is exactly what I need. I need to get out of La La Land, like thinking, oh my gosh, I had my own fiber bunnies. I could just be like spinning fiber right from the bunny and blah blah blah. I need a reality check here. That's right. Oh, a
Yeah,
rabbit show.
that's exciting.
Okay, Nita, that's not helping me.
No,
That's I know, but how fun is that? A rabbit show. That
I
would
guess
be
so. They don't do anything for me.
no, you go rabbits?
I don't know.
Hmm,
They're cute and all, but I'm sure it's not worth all the work.
maybe not.
No,
I just picture getting a really mean bunny because I mean they can bite too, right? Like
I
they
don't think rabbits bite very much, do they? I thought rabbits didn't bite,
yeah. Oh, I think they would. I think well,
but they'll thump you really good.
yeah. So yeah, see, they're not just. I mean, animals are animals, right? They're just not all these cute little fluffy
Oh,
pets.
there you go.
Um,
Just by the Angora with someone, an ounce goes a long way.
there you go,
That's what Mary
Mary.
says.
Okay, you're right.
That's
That's what
right. Just buy some, Louise.
I buy it. I know. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're a half hour in. Do we want to show some knitting maybe?
Sure. Oh, Nita, you were in Kamoka. There was a rabbit show in Kamoka?
Oh, cool. My
Yeah,
daughter goes through Komoka on her way to school.
yeah. You weren't very far from us.
Well, like, except for like the Vanek Road was closed when she came home on Friday and had to take a detour. So I don't know what's going
Oh,
on
really?
there.
Public construction.
She took the 401 home tonight or back to school tonight. She's down in Ridgetown. So
Well, yes, so you guys, so yeah, so that was a good,
yeah.
yeah. So overall, Kitchener was fun, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Mhm. I went not really planning to buy a little bit of sock yarn, so I'm really happy with what I got. I am
Yeah.
super excited for wool stock though.
And I think people are shopping a little more this year. I think they're feeling a little more confident shopping. I know
Okay,
last year both of my shows were, a little bit less than the usual. And this year so far, like Kitchener is back to what it was 2 years ago. So
okay, that's good.
yeah. So hopefully Woolstock will be equally,
Yeah, it should.
well attended and stuff for everybody. I love Woolstock. I think it's my favorite show. I like the vibe.
That's what I was gonna say. It has a different feel because there are animals there. There feels
Yeah.
like there's more. farm vendors with or like Gainer. Gainer wasn't at Kitchener. I think
No,
they typically are at Kitchener, but they weren't. So
they have been in the past. I kind of have a little bit of a feeling they're not doing any more stuff.
okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I knew yeah, we had talked about that before.
I don't know if they're even going to Woolstock, but I haven't seen a
Yeah.
vendor list yet, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, but Woolstock just has a little different feel to it, whether it's just because it's more in the country and
Yeah,
the animals, and it just has a different feel. And then, and then now that it's in Paris, you've got the little extra bonus of being able to pop into Mary Maxim, before or after the show. It's just a not extra added little feature.
yeah. I
That's
think
right, Carol.
we'll be stopping there.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah, Carol, yes, there's always somebody there with their Angora rabbits.
There is. And
Yeah,
there's yeah, and then there's always the ladies always there with the llamas and alpacas. And so it's just nice, you get to see the animals, and it's yeah, it's nice. And I know that the Angora people, they always do a little like show how they brush them and all that kind of thing. It's
yeah,
always fun to see. Anyways, yeah, so I know it's exciting. So only in a month until Woolstock. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a great time of year. So now we are into the stripe challenge, of course, this month. And while we were sitting here talking, I thought, oh, I'll just start working on the heel flap. I don't know, this sock, I don't know if this is an omen or not. So this sock was in a bag that Jocelyn and I found last week when I pulled it out. It's some a Regia celebration colors. So it's a Christmassy ball from whenever ago, a couple years ago. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, looking from like judging from this, right? I look like I'm ready to do the heel. So I just measured it. I'm past the heel. Like I should have started the heel, I don't know, like an inch ago. Or so I guess I will start the heel. So I went to start the heel and I started knitting all my stitches onto 2 needles. Okay, I think I need to set the sock down, take a deep breath, recount my stitches,
uh-huh.
where the heck I am on this sock. Because apparently, I don't know, I guess I'll just start doing the heel because I don't feel like pulling it out. Um, I think it'll be fine. I think there's lots of yarn here, so I'm just gonna keep going. Make this leg a little longer than I normally do and carry on.
There you
But
go.
anyway,
I just checked and Gainer is not on the vendor list for Woolstock
so yeah, they must just be focusing more on effort
on
because
the
I have
farm
fun.
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and doing different focus. So that will be a disappointment for a lot of people going to Woolstock. Well, even Kitchener this past weekend because I know a lot of people, Gainer was always their first stop to go pick up yarn because they have beautiful wool.
They do, yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. Maybe they'll sell it. Maybe they're not doing fiber at all. I don't know. Maybe they're
Maybe.
just selling it online. Maybe you can just buy it directly from them.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't even know.
Hmm. Okay, all the more reason now that I need to get sheep.
Yeah, okay.
I know. I'm like, this is an active, but what's the word? I've been working on this for a number of years. And maybe at some point it will actually happen. But
What, that you want a farm?
well, I just want to have sheep on a farm. My brother has a farm.
Does he have sheep?
No, he does not. Apparently, he does not want to. And
Well, you have to be independently wealthy and just have one hobby farm with some sheep and,
I keep trying
well,
to talk him into growing hemp, and he says no to that as well. Yeah.
I did work on my socks this week.
Did you? You're at the heel. You're
I
past
got
the
it.
heel.
My heel is done. I am on my leg.
Yay!
I just
That's
started my leg.
exciting. I
Sock
love
number
that.
2.
What are you gonna do when that sock is all knit? Well, I guess then you'll just have a finished pair of socks, but it's like it
That's
is so
right.
pretty.
My last pair of finished socks are sitting right here.
So
I
you can just
washed all my
yeah.
socks and I forgot to wash them.
Oh shoot. So now you still can't wear them. I was gonna wear a pair of socks yesterday to the show, and then it was like it was way too hot. I was
Well,
like,
you know what? We were freezing. I was wearing my sweater because I think the one arena has air conditioning and the other one does not.
oh really?
I don't know because it was not warm in where we were.
You were cold.
Yeah. There were
Yeah.
people even walking around. The one girl, she said to me she had a tank top on because it was quite warm outside. She was
Mm.
in a tank top. She's walking around when she came to our arena. She's walking around like this. She goes, man, I didn't think it was going to be cool, but it's cool in here. I'm like, yep.
I guess you never know, right? With the air conditioning, because because I thought there's no way I was gonna wear a shawl or socks or a sweater because it was so warm
Yeah.
outside.
I wished I had had a sweater I could have put on. I was like, it would have been perfect short sleeve sweater wearing.
Well, there was a lot of people wearing short sleeve summer tops
There
and
was a lot
hoodies.
of really nice knitwear.
There was. There was. So there'll be a wool stock, hopefully. Well, wool stock, I mean, it's mid-October, so who knows, right? I mean,
Well,
I know some years when you've been out and you've been wrapped up in like winter coats and stuff. So
yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. The one year in the barn when we were still in Woodstock, I think my second year, maybe it was like 3 degrees that day. It was cold. We had a heater, winter coats, boots. Yeah. But we were
oh
right
yeah,
beside the pen, so it was nice.
yeah. So we
Anyways, oh, I just wanted to say hi. Trisha's here and my mom is here.
Hi,
Hello,
Robin.
hello. Susanna. Yep. Anyway,
So
what
I've
else have you been knitting on?
Oh, hardly anything this weekend. It was between Eric's birthday today and Scarlett was here all weekend. Well, yesterday afternoon after I left Kitchener, I went and I picked her up and we had a sleepover and
Nice.
yeah, it was so fun. So yeah, definitely no knitting when she like it's just impossible. She just like never sits still. So
She's too old now.
uh I think I lost 5 pounds in the last 24 hours.
Well,
So
that's okay. Keeps you young, right,
oh my gosh,
Louise?
it was so
Chasing
fun.
grandkids.
Absolutely. It was great. So yeah,
I
I
should have a
thought
couple more.
let's hope. Let's hope. Anyway, what do you hold at? Is that your adventurous? Yeah. So
Oh,
what
I was just going to talk about my sweater.
yeah, absolutely. Go.
Yeah,
We want
so of
to
course
hear
I'm
you.
still working on it, but I haven't lost my will to knit it yet. The only reason that I actually got past the heel on my sock was because the one night I was too tired because I worked kind of late. And the one night I was watching the presidential debate. So I could not knit on my sweater and watch the debate at the same time. So I knit on my socks just so I could pay attention.
There you go.
Anyways. Um, so then I've been knitting on my sweater the rest of the week. I don't care, even if I pick it up and only put 2 or 3 rows on it like I did last night, it's growing. So I'm knitting the Adventurous just for those that don't know. Maybe you don't get here on a Saturday morning and you're joining us because you can on a Sunday night. Maybe. So Adventurous by Hohi Locatelli. It is a very long cable knit sweater. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't have any good pictures because, it's black and white and really you can't see anything. Um, yeah, so it's kind of a little bit of detail, but again, my crappy thing. Anyway, I'm almost done another ball.
Ooh,
Is my internet connection that bad tonight?
it's you haven't frozen. It's just a little, well, just right now it was a little choppy, but
Okay. because
It's,
I think it might be because I have not restarted my computer in a while.
oh yeah, sometimes that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I should have a good signal because the thing is right downstairs under my
You're
butt.
you're sitting on top of it.
I'm basically sitting on top of it.
Oh, look at it just oh my gosh.
It
This
looks so tiny, but look
see
how much
that's the
I've got
thing.
done.
It looks so big. It's growing.
It
You
is.
you were gonna have this body done in no time.
Well, we'll see. It's like super long. So
Yeah, but you're not doing it super long. Like you are over halfway
let's
there,
see
right? For the
if
length,
I can actually spread this out a bit so you can.
kind of get a feel. Oh my gosh, those cables down the back are stunning. Look at it.
So now as I'm knitting down, I think it's increasing every fifth row, just right in this section in between.
Okay,
You can kind of see right in here, maybe.
okay.
It's winding up so this cable is moving further away from the center on both sides and on the front as well. So I think it's increasing two,
Hmm,
three, 4 stitches, 2 on the front, like 1 on each side of the front.
nice.
So there's
And
down
you're
the front.
making great
And of course,
progress.
the collar goes all the way around. It's
I
gorgeous.
love it. Oh, Trisha's giving you her
Yeah.
clapping.
And a nice little cable down the top of the sleeve.
I like it.
And then the side has this little faux side seam down the side. Just one purl stitch all the way down.
Right. Nice.
So I don't know what the point of that is, but whatever. Gives you the illusion of a seam down the side. I don't know,
I don't,
but
honestly, I like that just so you know. Well, I don't know. It's a cardigan. Like it's gonna sit. Then you just know where the sides are supposed to be.
yeah. But I'm still in fun, so I'm
It,
basically just following the pattern and yeah, it'll be nice when it gets blocked.
okay,
Look
so
at that. Ooh, look at
any
that.
ch any chance it'll be done for Woolstock?
No. I'll be lucky if I have the body done by then.
Okay, because yes, but well,
What is that? Like 6 inches I've got done? How much did I have done last week? Like 3?
I
So
don't
I've
know.
knit 3 inches in a week.
I don't know. It seems like you've done a lot.
Yeah, I'm like at 5 inches. Oh, you're fine.
Okay. Well, but November, you've got a show in November, so that is one that could be, it could be wearing. I don't know, I just, it's gorgeous. I love it. Every time show it, just to see like a little more progress. And you've got tons like that. I know, yeah, that body's not going to be long and it's going to be done. Then you'll be on sleeves and it'll be done. You'll be wearing it. Excellent. So you got everybody who's watching here, you're probably just sitting and watching and knitting. What are you all
Yes.
working on? Hey, look at, I know
I know I have to show it off because it's so
it,
gorgeous.
cables are incredible. What is everybody working on for their striped project? I keep adding in more and more. Cheryl, remember you asked me about
This
where the
is a
stripes
straight. Isn't this a straight? That looks like a straight.
a one color texture stripe? I don't know. That's not quite
Oh, come on. Put a
sure.
marker on it. Oh, where I am. What a great idea. It's like I might have some of those.
Then you'll know where that's a good idea, Trish. Excellent idea.
I will
Yep,
put a marker on it and then next week we'll know how much I did.
for sure. Okay, I would say just to keep Cheryl motivated and keep going on this, we'll say her cables are stripes.
I even have a shamrock for my green sweater.
Oh, that's perfect. So remember the other night you asked me where my bag was? And I'm
Which
like,
bag?
oh, it's the green canvas one.
The green canvas one?
Mhm. And I was like,
Oh,
oh,
you said it was right here. You found it when we were talking.
yeah,
Yeah, while
it
we were
was
talking.
literally sitting right beside me on,
Yeah.
the end of the
You said,
couch.
oh, it's right here.
And do you guys want to guess what was in the bag?
Sock
Yep.
that matches the bag.
Yeah,
Not
it
my
did match
bag,
the
the
bag.
bag. Nice.
The bag. And oh, what's that? Gray? Looks navy. It's what I
It
suppose it is.
does.
Um, anyways, this sock, it
What's
got
that sock?
it got put in timeout because I had all these colors. So what do I have? Five. I've got five colors. There's three greens, an orange, and a navy. I guess it's navy. I don't know. I thought it was more
Yeah,
gray. Brighter on
blue.
it's brighter on the screen. But anyways,
Yeah.
I had this crazy idea that I was going to blend all of these in. Like I didn't I at the start I didn't want to stripe it. I just wanted to like yeah, basically blend all of them in. A little of this, a little of that, little of this, little of this, and it would just all blend with no actual pattern. Oh my gosh. In my head, it sounded like a fantastic idea and it was going to look beautiful. Well, I like literally have got a couple of rows done and I'm like, this is bonkers. This is going to drive me crazy. I was spending more time trying to figure out how many rows of what and where I was going to switch and how many that I'm like, I'm not doing this. There's too many colors to try and figure that out. So now I'm going to stripe it. So now I can pick up this and I can work on it. See, there was my start of trying to not have stripes, but I don't know. It wasn't working out. I don't know, quite how I wanted. So now I'm just gonna stripe.
Just throw some color in and go with it.
Yeah. It was one of those things, right? I was overthinking it too much and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that
Maybe you
anymore.
should just do helical knit two at a time and then every once in a while switch out a color.
Maybe that might be. I saw a
Then
lot of
it,
people doing helical knitting. And I'm like,
then it can be just random, right?
yeah. So I
What do we
might
got?
might just do something like that. But anyways, I'm going now I'm excited. The thought of striping it. Um, so we'll see if I get a little bit done on that this week.
Jocelyn says she looked at her straight socks. Does that count?
Well, if it's propelling you in that direction to pick them up,
She's
well,
just
great.
looking at it. She's working on her toasted tank.
Oh, well, that's fun.
June's on her third pair of straight socks.
Oh, third pair. Holy moly.
Yeah, Nikki pulled an old whip called Scandinavian Winter Throw, doing the border currently. That's cool. Trish says no stripes for me. Well, if you knit a chicken, that's stripes.
That's true. The stripe.
They're stripy, kinda. Sally's working on second pair of striped socks using Patton's Croy.
Yay.
We'll get back to Patton's Croy in just a second. Liz is working on my Halloween shawl.
That's fun.
And who's under the willow?
I don't know.
You have to tell us under the willow. I put a
Oh,
stripe into my striped crochet blanket today. Nice.
exciting.
I want to do crochet something. I got an itch. So, Patton's Croy. My
Yeah.
mom, my mom is knitting a pair of socks in Patton's Croy that she picked up. I forget what the color was.
Mm-hmm.
So she started knitting them. She's doing the toe up. She's using the regular 64 stitches.
The one she was doing at the show? Like
Yes,
yesterday?
did you see them?
I saw she was working on the toe. Yeah.
Yeah, so 64 stitches on a 2.25, and they are gigantic. The sock is gigantic.
Well, I was she showed me like I saw her and she said she was doing the toe and I kind of looked at it and I thought, huh. But I mean, I didn't look that close, but just that fleeting glance I got, I'm like, oh,
Okay,
that was
like
my thought.
I put it up against my sock, and now mine's a little fine because it's like this is opal, right? In case I didn't tell anybody anything about them. But I put it up against my toe, and no kidding, it was like was giant. Like her toe was like this. And like neither
So
one of us looking at it could figure out what the heck was going on. The yarn didn't seem more thicker
if
than usual because
she, Robin, are you just much more relaxed? Like, are
she
you
must be, because it
released
seriously
or
was not thick. When I knit with Croy on a 2.25, the fabric is dense.
yeah,
And
yeah,
this was really kind of loose. So I think something's going on with her tension. I told her to go down to 2 millimeter.
yeah. Wow, on a croy, yeah. But if it's that loose, yeah.
It's weird.
Did you try it on, Robin? Like, is it actually too big or does
Oh,
it now?
it's giant.
Is there any way
What
that
are you
it just
doing?
like an optical illusion with the color and the stripes or something that it just looks big? Or not, if you held it up to your sock. That blows that
We
theory.
held it up to my sock.
I'm just trying to like come up with
I know.
some crazy explanation with hopes that it'll still fit.
Oh yeah, Sally, I know. Yeah, but Mom and I, like, we knit with Croy sock yarn all the time. So like it's not with the same needles as usual, always, yeah, it was huge. See, Mom says it was
Hmm.
huge. I
Okay.
think maybe your tension's just really off, Mom, or something. You were just knitting loose.
I
Maybe
think
when you started, you weren't, you
I think
know.
we were just so relaxed. You were with all the knitters and like all the like it was just such a great day yesterday and maybe you're
Oh, there you go. It's Jackie under the willow. It's
okay.
Jackie. I usually watch the recorded, and Saturday mornings, y'all are too early for me out here in the PNW. What's in the PNW? Pacific Northwest. Okay. Just takes me a second.
So Robin, did you pull out the sock and you just gonna switch to a 2 millimeter? Maybe, yeah. Well, hopefully second time is the charm and it works better.
Yeah.
Oh, my yarn is oh, Sally's using mulberry stripes. That is lovely. I like that. I've knit with that before.
Oh, nice. I use 2 1/4 needles all the time and Croy knitting exactly the same. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I always knit with Croy. Like, I should show that. I got new Croy. Because Mo, remember after I said that Lens Mill had it on too for $6?
Yes.
I got those two,
Nice.
and I got these two, and I got these are an oldie but a goodie because this colorway's been around forever. But
It's fun. It's just so summery.
I know,
I
so
love
she
that.
got that. Those,
Nice.
those are my new ones. But I also in my bag of tricks here I have this one,
Nice.
and I have mm, those are not the same. I have this one, which they are the same, just at different parts of the, believe it or not, there is red in here somewhere. Believe me, it's in there. It is. There's some. See, look, there it is. Anyway, I got that color and I have this color.
Now, which one is that?
This one, purple haze.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm sitting here with,
You got a whole lot full of yarn.
I got a whole chair full of yarn.
I don't think anybody would see a problem with that.
No. Well, you know what? I'm going to the crank in 2 weeks. So
If
this is my little stash to take with me to the crank in.
because you could come back with half of that
I
made in,
could come back with like 7 pairs of socks.
yeah, you could.
Really like this one.
That's fun. Oh,
I
I know.
love how the
Oh,
color shows up so nice tonight.
oh, so fun. Yes, I can't wait to hear how the Crankin goes for you. So that what day is that one?
The 26th and 27th, I think. The Friday and Saturday in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. So we'll
So
practice,
we'll be on Sunday again.
which will be exciting because then we'll get the whole scoop on how the Crankin went and see what you
Yeah.
made and what you learned. That'll be
The
so fun.
so it's kind of cool. So well, oh, so I show up to set up on Friday night,
Yeah.
Friday afternoon, evening, whatever, to get ready for the show. And my next door neighbor is there already setting up, and the woman's sitting there, and I'm like, say hi on my way past. And she says hi. She goes, "You look really familiar." And I said, "Cheryl from My Needle Crafts." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "You look really familiar too, right?" And I'm like, anyway, so dropping stuff in my booth. And I turned around, I said, "Are you Sue?" And she's like, "Yes." And I said, "You podcast, right?" She goes, "Yeah." So she used to be Two Tangled Skeins, if anybody watched them years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, Sue and Lynn. And she's from Gatineau in Quebec.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine anyway. And they were kind of I forget the girl's name she podcasts with now, but they're called they have a different name. I don't know if any of you guys watch them, but she changed it because she was with somebody and then with somebody else. And
Mm-hmm.
um she is there a way on YouTube to see who you just started following?
Mm. You must be able to go into, yeah, if you if you just go to home and it shows like a feed of your followers, there might be something in there.
I can see us live because I follow us.
Mm.
Um, Crap, now I can't remember what they're called. Maybe somebody else here watches them and they know.
Jude said distant stitches. Does that sound?
That could be it. Oh, Trish says Liz. Is that who she's with? Oh, there you go. So people know. Anyway, the funny story about the whole thing is that we were talking and I mentioned about the cranking and stuff and how I crank. And she said that she got one. And she, can you hear the train?
Yeah.
Oh, here goes Gilly. He's looking at me. Anyways, she said that she got one and she cranks tubes. And I said, "Oh no, I like make whole socks, right?" She goes, "Oh, well, I haven't learned yet." And so we were discussing, and I said that I got my crank machine from somebody up Ottawa area. Oh, she said, "Oh, I said I was going to a crank in a couple of weeks." And she said, "Oh, I wish they had something up near me." And I said, "Well, there is a gal that does one in the Ottawa area." I said, "You're near there, right?" She goes, "Yeah, just across the river in Gatineau." And I said, "Well, there you go." I said, "I forget what her name is." And she said a name. And I'm like, "No." And I said, "It's a girl who I got my sock knitting machine from." And then I looked her up and I said her name. She goes, "Oh, yeah." She goes, "I'm really good friends with her." So the girl that I bought my crank from is good friends of Sue's. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Can you say hi? Are
It's a
you a good
small
boy?
world, right?
Are you? Are you a good boy?
Really?
Can you say I'm noisy and I bark a lot? But
But
I
look at that
love.
tail wagging.
Oh, hi, Sam. Haven't seen you in a long time. Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you to give me a kiss. Okay, where you go. Are you done? Or are you just gonna lie here?
Hey, Sam.
Are you all done?
He's gonna
I'm
snuggle.
not giving you anything. I already gave you a cookie earlier, so no cookies. No cookies.
That's funny.
Staring at me. Look at his nose. Please, please just give me one.
That's one more.
Yeah. So anyway, it was kind of just a funny coincidence. Anyway, she has an old auto knitter like I do, and hers is teal as well, the same as
Why?
mine. And she got it from I forget who she got it from, but it was serviced by the same guy who did the refurb on mine. I
Interesting.
can I can show you mine. Mine lives
Right here.
right
There it
there.
is.
And you can see my kitchen and my recycling box, but that's my crank machine right here.
I love it. I love it.
Living in my living room right beside my chair. And
Very
how often do I touch it? Not very often.
That's okay, but that'll change now that once
Yeah.
I feel that once you go to this crank and you get a few more questions answered and you learn a little bit more like the things that you aren't sure about, once you get those
Yeah.
figured out, I think you'll just be more confident and just like
Yeah. Well,
crank
some of
stuff out.
it's time, just having the time to actually sit down and use it. When I went to the last crank in, it was a 1 day one, and I come home and crank some socks, no problem. But I do have some question about, the twist of the yarn and then why my knitting is kind of curving, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
stitches aren't all straight up and down, they're sort of
like
starting
it
to
on that.
spiral. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my foot is crooked on my one pair of socks. The heel, you put them on and your heel's in the heel, and then the toe is kind of twisted a bit. And that
I
makes me
would
nuts.
I'm really interested to see what that is. If that, because like to me, I think that is just the way the yarn is spun, and
Well,
that
that's what I'm
like
wondering. And it's a Croy,
problem.
actually the same one that mom is
Really?
knitting her giant socks.
Yeah, she
But
said it was like cameo colors.
no, it's
Cameo
not. But
colors.
this is Croy, and look how beautifully straight this sock knit on my machine.
Well, isn't that funny?
Yeah. So
Cam
these ones I knit quite a while ago,
cameo
but
color.
yeah,
Mhm.
I did these with the river. That
I
is what
like
I
that.
want to get a little better with.
Okay, that
But
looks great.
yeah, it's a lot of fiddling around and trying to, and remembering stuff and
Right.
whatnot. And I haven't done it so long that I'm like, oh, I'd have to watch a video again and whatever. So there is a little bit
Yeah.
of a demonstration with the river. So I'm
Right. Right.
hoping to gain a bit more experience so
Right.
that I can crank
Okay.
more confidently.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that'll be fun. Well, here
This one,
we'll get
yeah,
a
this one is
filled in.
copper colors.
That's pretty.
That's the other ball. Why are you sniffing my arm? Do I smell good? Apparently my armpit stinks or my muscle.
Oh, that's fine. Well, that's
You're
exciting. It's
crazy.
always fun to be able to learn something new and pick up new tips and tricks and just learn more stuff that you don't already know.
No, no.
Is he still?
Oh yeah, he's laying on me.
Oh, of course he is.
Because I was gone all day yesterday and I was gone part of today. And then he comes and,
All right.
yeah.
Well, so what do we got? We're partway through, so there's still lots of time to work on striped things.
Yep. It's the 15th today. Woohoo.
Yeah, keep posting them in the Facebook group. If
Straight.
it's stripes, there you go. You gonna start them?
I don't know, maybe.
Once you finish other socks?
I got to finish the other one.
Okay. All right.
I'm a one at a time kind of girl.
That's all right. This may be not a bad way to be.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Well, everybody. Well, so next week we'll be back on Saturday morning. I think, right?
Yeah.
We should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no plan to not be home.
Okay.
I am going to possibly go camping on Sunday, though.
And oh yeah, I heard you say that when
I'm going out one more for sure.
well night the weather's gorgeous, so you should, I think, right? Be
Yeah.
take
Might
advantage
be it.
of it.
That might be it for this summer. So we'll see.
Yeah. Squeeze one more in.
I
All
am.
right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching tonight. Hope you had a great weekend. And tomorrow's Monday, so this is a good way kind of kick off, kind of end the weekend and start the week.
Yep.
All right. Well, we will see you all on Saturday. Have a great week, and we'll catch up with you Saturday, and we'll see what everybody is working on. And I'll see if I have my heel done on these crazy socks. What is, oh,
That's Snapchat, my daughter driving to school.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Goodness.
So fun.
Yeah, that means she made it to school.
There you go.
That always makes me happy. I know
Yes.
she made it, driving all by herself. She might be 18, but she's still my baby.
Well, that's right. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good
Well,
week, everybody.
thanks for hanging out with us and chatting in the comments with us. Happy knitting, and we will see you all Saturday morning.